So you're not touching any pedals there, are you?
I'm not touching anything other than the steering.
You've seen Reuben do some hard stuff today, so he's actually let Glen and I drive the 300. So we're going to do some of the Gymkhana track here at Janowen Hills and go in and out of the gully a couple of times and play around with the settings and stuff and give some feedback on what we think.
Yeah, I'm keen as. Like, it's super capable as it is right now without lockers, anything like that, as we said. I'm just keen to see how it flexes through and just does its little thing and its little electronic stuff, and yeah, makes its way through this quite easy, I would say.
And obviously it'll give us a good comparison between the wagon and obviously our GVM conversion with the U-tray and the stretch.
Yeah, I think they tend to drive a bit better once they do actually have a chassis stretch in them. Gives you a bit longer wheelbase and tends to put the wheels in different spots, especially on tracks like this. In different spots where people usually dig them out, you've got that different wheelbase, so it's better.
Have a bit of fun, Glen.
Right, I will, thank you.
It's got all this gadgetry, I don't even know what half of it does actually, but I don't think I'll need to do anything really. It seems to just do its own little thing and get there. I drove this a little while ago as a wagon and it seemed, again, like low clearance then, but very capable. Not even moving on these types of track. So easy. I'm going to drive up the bank a bit, make it a bit harder. Beautiful, flattens out, the no real wheel lift. Nice and easy. Hasn't even felt like it's turned the tyre yet. Well, that's part one, that was simple as. Oh yeah, she's a bit more flexy the second one here. Again, don't have to do nothing in it. Bit of back wheel lift there. Little drop off here. Should be quite easily. I like these cameras actually, they're pretty cool. You sort of see what's happening up front, what you're about to roll over. Look at that, simple as. You don't even feel like there's no real lift up, front or rear. It just takes in its stride. There's not much lift in this car either. This part here is probably the hardest of the whole track, so we'll just see how it goes there. We're rolling through. Dropping the front, there we go. The hole there. Nothing. Not even one little tyre zone. Go down through here. Coming sideways on this little track, let's see what we got here. Are we even on a 4-drive track? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. I need to find something more challenging for this thing. It's unbelievable. Like I said, that wheelbase just seems to keep you out of the holes that other people have dug. So that was just too easy. Super impressed by it. Like, it's not that far from standard realistically. A little bit of lift, our GVM upgrade. Obviously it's a converted vehicle, but it's like nothing. Didn't even know there was holes or lumps and bumps there anyway. Awesome.
You want to give some of the gully tracks a go?
Yeah, absolutely. Let's do it. Can't really see what we got here, but it's probably the beauty of having this front camera, I reckon. Let's give it a crack. I think there's a big hole on my left-hand side there, but we'll soon find out when we drop into it. And actually just roll through it. Easy as. A little bit of rear end lift, but quite simple. Just does its thing. It's a steep enough little downhill, but it's only a short little stint, but cut it up like nothing. Come back around, we'll give it a go going the opposite way. I reckon. Crack at that. Pulling these big gullies, a massive big hole there. Oh, it's a hole. That's a hole. Now, I reckon I'm going to go across this one a bit and sort of half up the bank, I reckon. Actually, we're going to go low forward here. Righto. Oh, sunshine. Can't really see where I'm going. I'm just going to Point it up somewhere. Let it do its thing. Oh, easy as. Simple. Simple, simple. That's pretty cool. That's a pretty steep little climb with some big hollows, but it makes it look easy. We've got another one over here for me, I think. I'm scared of this one yet, so let's see how we go. Oh yeah, righto. Oh yeah, it's nice little drop down there. Yeah, a little bit steep. She's alright, but so controlled. Some beautiful chunks, I suppose. They take a lot of hard work out of it for you. It's a little sharp drop off. We should be okay. Easy. This thing's so smooth, like ridiculously smooth. How easy it goes through all any undulations, any potholes, any ruts, any big wheel ruts. It just eats it up like nothing. I'm going to come out this in a bit of an angle, so we'll see how it goes here. Rough camber, but sure we'll do it easy. Braking traction. It's a fairly steep angle as you possibly can see, but simple, super simple. I'm impressed. I must say I'm very impressed. It makes it life so easy, and it makes it capable for anyone to take cars off road and have a bit of fun.
I've already set it for myself. Okay. Alright, here we go.
Well, that just eats it up.
I was expecting a big bang and then up again. There was nothing.
No, extra bit of length in the wheelbase.
Yeah.
Loves it. What do you think compared to the wagon?
The wagon, it's fun, but it's a lot more bumpy and ooh. Gotta concentrate, Reuben, stop talking to me.
Okay.
No, this one is actually a lot more smoother.
The wheelbase definitely makes a massive difference.
It does, very much so. I actually don't feel so scared. I was expecting, well, I was petrified to get in here, but this
you're driving it yourself on these tracks.
This car's making it so much more easier.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm not even remotely petrified. It's just so easy, smooth, going up and down these little bumps.
You'll soon find out what it's like to go up and down that nasty hill.
This one's pretty steep.
Yeah, you still sit reasonably flat in here.
You see, I feel like I'm going to smash something, but it's actually... That was like I was just going straight. I will definitely have this as a four-wheel drive. I don't think I'd be able to drive anything else.
What was it like driving it in Melbourne?
Oh,
highway?
That was just smooth as. It has so much power. It's ridiculous how much power it's got. But
it was good on fuel?
It was great on fuel. And I was just like, it was just so comfortable. I had to put down the window because otherwise I was going to fall asleep. That's how smooth it was and easy.
All right, now stop. We need to put it in neutral. Right, so then we need to go low 4. Press that down, pull into low 4. So then you can go into that. Now we want crawl control. See, it's got fast in the dash over there, Casey, in the dash. you want low crawl control, and then you just don't touch the accelerator or anything. Once you let your foot off the brake and you go down this hill, it'll just do its thing and it'll just creep down for you.
I'm
All you
not
got to do
going
is steer
to
it.
use my...
No, you don't use your brakes, you don't use your throttle, you don't use anything. It'll do it all itself. Okay, so it's a bit daunting.
Man. Okay.
All you got to do, see, this is where you want to go, so you can see the track in here.
Yep.
All right, just let your foot off the brake. Let your foot off the brake. Take it all the way off. No, to the left. Steer left. Steer left. Steer left. Steer left. Yeah, don't touch the throttle or the brake. It's doing everything itself.
It's a habit.
Yeah, I know. To the right a bit. That's it. Yeah, down. Straighten up. Yep.
I'm Pedro ride.
Yeah. Look at this. It's going to do it itself. It's going to do it itself. It's doing it itself. Look at that. It's doing everything itself. Look at that. So you go through here.
Oh wow.
So you're not touching any pedals there, are you?
I'm not touching anything other than the steering wheel.
Yeah, so go straight.
Yep.
All right, now stop.
Put my brake on? Yep.
Yep, so we just take that off, that button there.
Yep.
Now it's back to you driving normally, so you can crawl around here. Take your foot off the brake and let it do its thing. Yep, take your foot off the brake.
Okay.
Now steer to the right a bit.
Yep.
Yep. No, don't touch the brake.
Okay.
Don't touch the brake. All right?
Uh-huh.
Just hold it straight. Let it do its thing. It's just going to crawl through here. Yeah.
That's amazing.
Right.
Yep.
Now once you get out of this hole, now you stop. So now you've got that. Now you can adjust how much you want that. So you want to go up this hill a bit faster than usual.
I do.
So we go up to that one there,
Okay. And it's just going to let
and
me
it'll do it itself. So all you do is steer.
Okay.
There you go. It's just doing its thing. Straighten your wheels. That's it. Look at that. Straighten your wheels. Straighten your wheels. That's it.
Oh, I can't believe
Well done. High fives. Stop. There we go.
that was weird. Hey, seriously, that was just weird. Not having the control of your brakes and letting it control you. It's just amazing.
When we came up to the hill to go down it in the first place, we used the crawl control. So you press this button here. Well, you can't do it. Put your foot on the brake. So put in drive. So you press that button there, gives you crawl control. If you have a look on the dash, so you've got low, that, mid, right up to high. So we went down the hill in low, but to come up the hill we went to the mid range there. So it was still very, very slow, but it was amazing. And Casey felt so uncomfortable not having her feet on the pedals, like brake or accelerator or anything like that. So the car just did that itself. It went through that big dip in low crawl control, didn't it? And then we reset and you put it onto the next level and it just drove up that hill.
Yep.
So what else do you think of that?
It really is quite smooth and easy, and I didn't have to stress out about what gear I've got to be in and how fast to put my accelerator on, and you know, it was pretty unreal.
This is the 4th time I'm giving away something epic. You've got a choice between Big Gloria and Moto, or I could just give you 150 grand cash. Go to the DMW website, go to the store and get yourself a gift voucher, and I could be giving it all to you.
So I found out the other day when we were at the Melbourne 4-wheel drive show that 300s don't drive anywhere when you don't have your seatbelt on. So that was one thing that I learned about 300s.
Alright, Jeremy, you alright, mate?
Yep.
I've had a crack. Casey's made it look easy. How's your go?
I don't know, maybe I might muff it up in case you'll show me up.
We'll laugh if she does.
Yes, of course.
Right, mate?
Pick on me at the
Are
campfire.
you going to use the crawl or are you going to have a crack at the standard?
Well, that's always the debate, isn't it? Are electronics better than an actual driver?
Have you ever used crawl control?
No.
Why don't you have a crack at it and just see what it's like? It's very, very boring for people like us who love wheeling, but I think it's a really good thing to learn and just see how the car operates, and that's one of the features these 300s have got, so I reckon you game to use it?
I'll give it a crack.
Rightio.
Tell you what is cool driving these things when you're in four-wheel drive is you've got the all the cameras around the car, which means you can actually see where the wheels are going to go without actually having to see the wheels. And tell you what, it is very, very weird not having any feet on the pedals whatsoever. If I could put my feet on the dash right now and show you that I don't have my feet on the pedal, I would, but I'm not that flexible. It's probably a lot smoother, not as fast as what someone would be driving if they weren't using the crawl control or anything like that. If you're an inexperienced full driver and you weren't sure on what gear to be in or how much acceleration to use or anything like that, like, I'm absolutely amazed with that. That's an awesome bit of kit. I'll turn around and we'll go back up that hill. I always used to be a bit of a Nazi for people using cameras in cars, but tell you what, after driving cars with cameras, I don't think I would have a car without cameras. I'm going to go back up this hill with the crawl control and see how we go. Tell you what, that sun's bright. A little bit of wiggle of the wheel and just crawls itself up. Tell you what, the crawl control, it's absolutely amazing. Obviously not as fast as what I guess you would do normally, but slow and steady wins the race, right?
Yeah, well, I think it's unreal. Like, you put the crawl control in, it takes a hell of a lot getting used to it. Like when you're doing that sort of stuff, you're used to doing that sort of stuff yourself, pedaling it and all that sort of jazz, letting the car do it. And like, you feel like you were stuck there before, but then it just starts to work it out and goes, oh yeah, right, I need to hold that brake a bit more and put drive to that wheel, and gets you out. Like, it's really, really cool.
Yep, and super smooth. Like, as Casey found out, for someone that doesn't wheel,
Yeah,
like, it's an awesome invention.
absolutely, absolutely.
Does take all the fun out of it though.
It does.
Well, I found the bull bar then. Hasn't quite got the approach angle that used to with a taller car, but super capable. Go for a crawl back up that hill and coming in at a bit of a weird angle. You wouldn't normally drive up a hill like this. Coming in an angle like that, you'd try and come on a lot straighter, but quite a steep climb and did not lose a heartbeat of traction. That is super impressive. And obviously the longer wheelbase with the conversion makes these things a complete different animal to drive. So I'm really impressed with that. That was good.
What do you reckon?
Super impressed with that.
It doesn't topsy-turvy like what Old Yellow was sort of doing, which they can do as a standard length wagon. That's why when we went through the real nasty flexi track, it feels like you stay reasonably flat.
Yeah. But in saying that, like those approach angles, like you can fix those easy enough with bigger tyres or lift or whatever. So.
Yeah.
But
no, I'm super impressed with the 300.
Super impressed. Good job. Love it.
Now I'm going to straighten my number plate, seeing you bend it again.
Yeah, I had another go at that.
And you tore my toe plug off as well. What? Bloody Jeremy.
See, that's what happens when you give your car to other people. They stuff them.
Well, how about that? The big 300 out here at Janowen Hills. It's absolutely eaten everything up that I've put it through. This thing flexes unbelievable in the rear end. Blows my mind. You know, some of the hills that we got up, and this has just got 33-inch tyres, no diff locks or anything. It's just using the standard technology to get it up there. And look, I can't be happier with how this 300 performed. I mean, we've just driven to Melbourne for the 4x4 show down there. Absolutely unbelievable on fuel. This car has actually really grown on me, and I'm really proud to say that the chassis extension and the cut that we've done, it's quiet inside. The chassis extension hasn't inhibited how it drives over obstacles and all that sort of stuff. Probably a bit of ramp over will get you undone at some point in a real nasty situation, but the wheelbase being a bit longer actually helps in a lot of circumstances. Tell you, I hope you've enjoyed seeing this 300 go through its paces this weekend. And really, thank you very much for watching. Cheers, guys. Well, I hope you liked that video. Make sure you hit subscribe or you're going to get bogged.